Welcome to Pathways of Hope. I am Lorna Campos. How many of you in social gatherings are people watchers, observing what's happening, what people are saying and doing? In today's gospel, Luke 14, Jesus is at a dinner in the home of a prominent person. And he's people watching. He's observing the guests as they pick their seats, and there must have been a commotion, such that Jesus decided to give a parable about the wedding feast and the seat of honor. Jesus is not saying that we shouldn't have seats of honor, nor have people sit on them. Proverbs 3, verse 27 says, "Do not withhold good from those whom it is due." The practical advice Jesus gives in this parable is how to avoid embarrassment, that we're not asked to change seats, that the seat of honor that the person chooses for oneself, that person is not approached and asked to leave. How do we become that person, the opposite of the one asked to leave? How do we become the person that someone approaches and says, "Friend, come up higher. Come up higher to the seat of honor"? Jesus shows us the way, the upside down way. To be exalted, one must be humbled. To be lifted up, one must be made low. How to grow in this virtue of humility? I offer 3 things. Recognize value, give honor, and the litany of humility. Recognize value. Humility is not about saying I am worthless and everyone is better than I. Humility recognizes value. My value, my dignity as a person, a child of God, your value, your dignity. We are all valuable and equal. And so from this confidence, one is humble and can go to the second step, which is to give honor. Humility says, I want to give honor. I want to recognize the value in you. I invite you in this week to have a 7-day honor challenge. Pick one person every day, a friend, family member, classmate, office mate, someone to esteem and honor and say thank you. Write a post, give a blog, send a prayer, a gift. Do an act of service. Let us give honor. And the third thing we can do to grow in this virtue of humility is to reflect and ponder on the Litany of Humility by Cardinal Raphael Mary del Valle. The Litany of Humility. This prayer can be found online, or you can comment on the video and I'll send you a copy. The prayer begins with the lines, "Jesus, meek and humble of heart, hear me." And the prayer recognizes that Jesus is the model of humility. And we need His grace to be able to grow in this virtue. It continues with, "From the desire of being esteemed, deliver me. From the desire of being loved, deliver me." It's talking about being delivered from the desire, from the wanting, the grasping, the longing, the seeking. It's not saying let's not be esteemed nor loved. It's saying from the desire, be delivered. If we're esteemed and loved by others, well and good. If we don't receive their esteem and love, well and good. Other lines in the prayer talk about from the desire of being noticed, deliver me. From the desire of being consulted, deliver me. From the fear of being ridiculed, deliver me. From the fear of being forgotten, deliver me. Very real, painful fears, aren't they? And we ask for the grace to be delivered from these fears and desires. We ask for the grace as well that Jesus grant us the grace to desire that others be loved more than I. That others be praised and I go unnoticed. Jesus, grant me the grace to desire it. Wow, to be able to say such a prayer that others may be praised and I go unnoticed. Jesus, grant me the grace to desire, to be so selfless. Wow, such humility. The prayer ends with the lines, that others be holier than I, provided that I should be as holy as I can be. Jesus, grant me the grace to desire it. And this tells me, wow, I can strive for being the best. I help others be their best, their holiest. But because I can be the best that I can be. And that gives me freedom. Because I'm not being forgotten, and Jesus also has my good in mind as I think of others. So with these three things, we ask God for the grace to grow in humility by recognizing value, giving honor, and reflecting and pondering on the litany of humility. May Jesus grant us the grace to desire this virtue of humility and give us the grace, step by step, in baby steps, to act in love and humble service.